Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today is a beautiful day. It's Tuesday, August 8th, and the weather is just fine today. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope you had a great morning, and thank you for tuning in on your lunch hour. Monday through Friday, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. I want to thank you all for spending your lunchtime hour with us, or if you watch the show later on and today, you're watching it on all five social media outlets. We are live, coming to you live from the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, the Mo Carraro Facebook page. That's my personal page. Twitter, now it's called X, YouTube, LinkedIn, and the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. We got a great show for you guys today. My good friends Big Mike and Mike Carisosa, folks, are going to be on. Hardcore Italians are going to be in the house. And we're going to talk a lot of good things about the Italians, folks. We'll talk about a lot of topics, especially the big Bocce tournament coming up October 7th, Saturday, 8 a.m. Columbus Day Bocce tournament at the Casa. It's going to be fun, man. I'm just looking for a good time, and we're going to have fun with these two gentlemen. Great people and a great organization, the Hardcore Italians. In the meantime, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609, folks. Every show is dedicated to the first responders. Thank you for what you do, and especially dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show. A couple of things before we bring the two Michaels on, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's get right to the nitty gritty. And we're talking about our sponsors, Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville. Buy local, shop local, ladies and gentlemen. Warren Ace Hardware is always taking care of the little guy, the family guy. That's what it's about. Support local, buy local. They got some great deals going on. Don't not forget the U-Haul rentals, special U-Haul rentals at Norwich Ace Hardware Des Plaines and now in Warrenville. They have a large fleet of trucks, best prices in town, 3 easy ways to make a reservation. Call the store, walk in, visit the U-Haul desk, or go to uhaul.com. Choose one of your Ace stores as your location to make a reservations. They're there for all your moving needs, personal, business, small loads. They have you covered. That's Ace Hardware, folks. And don't forget, folks, to go walk in there and say, hey, I want to grill my ace off. Grill my ace off, and you're going to get 20% off any grill purchase. That is at your following Ace Hardware. Remember, Ace is the place that's been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's our good friends from Ace Hardware, folks. Also, let's get down to my good buddies from Gorelli Pavement Service. We got to thank our sponsors, folks, because that's what it's about. Our good buddy Gorelli Pavement Service. Gorelli knows the curb appeal of your home and business, largely affected by concrete and asphalt. Gorelli's here to help you keep your asphalt looking brand new with proper maintenance, which includes seal coating, crack filling, or patching. They also do driveways. They service Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana. Call Barb or Laura for a free estimate. Tell them Tony O sent you. That's Gorelli Pavement Service, 815-271-5835. 815-271-5835, and the numbers are at all our sponsors are at the bottom of the screen. We also want to welcome our brand new sponsor, folks, Chicago Door Ltd. That's right, Chicago Door, specializing in residential, commercial, exterior, and interior doors, residential, garage door operators. They've been in business for over 40 years, getting you guys the best prices. Call for a free estimate, 847-641-8552. Tell them Tony O sent you. Tell Alan Ocean's Pit sent you. Also, senior discounts. Email chicagodoor01@gmail.com. We got a busy week coming up, folks, for you guys, and it's going to be a lot of fun going on, and that's what's important. You need to go out and buy local and shop local. Go out and support local establishments, live entertainment. Busy week. Tomorrow night, almost sold out. I heard it's sold out, but it's going to be good. Village Pub in North Riverside. It's going to be yours truly, Jerry Jams and Louis Pipes. 7 o'clock tomorrow, showtime. First time I'm there at the Village Pub. It'll be good food. George, the new owner, good people. That's tomorrow. Then, of course, on Thursday, the 10th, we're going to be, of course, at the Schiller Park concert in the park. That is the Clock Tower with the main event band, Danny Raimondi, back from Italy, Tony Toto, and Jerry Jams. That's a 6 o'clock show. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with the return of Daryl Almonstad. Daryl and his lovely wife, Sonia, got married on Sunday. I was proud to be there, so God bless you. Congratulations to Daryl and Sonia. Saturday, the Taste of Elmwood Park. Going back to my hometown, Lived there for many, many years. We'll be going on from 1 to 2:30. Tony Ocean and Friends. It's going to be Jerry Jams, Tony Toto, the talented Regina Karma, and Elliot Winbush, who plays Sammy Davis in Ocean's Rat Pack. Going to be a lot of fun this week. A lot of great stuff coming up, folks. Now, got to keep yourself busy. And in January, when you're all freezing your asses off, you know where you want to be? You want to be on the Chicago Music Cruise 2024. We're talking about January 7th through January 14th, 2024. 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. The Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Wonders of the Sea. The 7 Seas, baby. It is the biggest ship on the water right now. It is 4 football fields long. We got about another 6 rooms, and we are sold out. It's going to be Tony Ocean and the main event band, along with my other band, Mojo's Jukebox, and of course, the world-renowned Seventh Heaven. It's going to be a blast. We're going to start off in Orlando, Florida, Coco Key, Bahamas, which is a private island. Then we're going to St. Martin and St. Thomas. You got to get a hold of Mary at ntdvacations.com and book. The last 6 rooms left. Join us. Imagine, we got a whole bunch. God damn. Louis Spins, all the boys. It's going to be fun on that ship. Woo! I hope somebody brings bail money because it's going to be dangerous. All right. A lot of good things coming up, folks. And crazy world. Now, let's just talk real quickly about Mama D before we bring up the 2 mics. As you guys know, the last couple months, my mother-in-law, Dee Bosch, of course, we all know Mama D. Since I've been with my wife, Laura, it's been over 6 years in January. My mother-in-law has been in the hospital at least 2 times a year for the last 6 years. With her COPD, stomach problems. Even through COVID, she survived. A strong, great woman. And then the last 2 months, she was in the hospital, in ICU. And then after about 2 or 3 weeks she was there, they moved her to rehab, thinking that everything was good. All of a sudden, it turned for the worst, brought her back to ICU. And as of yesterday, we moved her into hospice, which is right across the street from the Lexian Brothers Hospital. I need to thank all the people who've texted and emailed and called. And we really do appreciate the love, the whole family here. Laura, my wife, of course, and my sister-in-law, Natalie, they're there every day. I was there this morning. I dropped off some breakfast. It's a sad thing, 82 years old. But you know what? She's still there. She's still cracking jokes. She's tired a lot, but little by little, they're just taking off her medication. She wants just to be in peace. She doesn't want to be poked anymore. She doesn't want to be woken up. She doesn't want to go through that shit anymore. And she's ready. And for a while, nobody wanted to admit it. And then when she finally told the family about a week and a half ago, that she's ready, And when she closed her eyes to go to sleep, she had a big smile on her face, knowing that the weight is lifted off her shoulders, and the family all understands that we want Mom to be comfortable, no more pain. We want her to be happy, and I just don't want to wish that on anybody. So, Mama D, God bless you, hon. And we love you very, very much. Who knows? Can she turn around? I don't know. She's a woman like a rock, and I don't think so. But, God works in mysterious ways. That's for sure, folks. So thank you again for all the people that called and thanked us for our prayers to Mama D. Well, let's get 2 more sponsors out of the way, and then we'll worry about the other sponsors after the 2 mics are off the show. Danny Mazzi and Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. And don't forget Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision auto repair needs. Go to crashchampions.com. Crash Champions, Armando's, Deutsch Power Center will all be sponsors of the Tony Ocean Columbus Day Float, which is going to happen October 9th. I'm excited about that. Good stuff, a lot of stuff. Boy, before we get to all these great stories, let's bring on the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Mike and the regular Little Mike, Big Mike. I know Mike looks bigger than you do, Big Mike. How you guys doing?
How you doing, Mo?
Good, guys. First of all, thank you beyond me. Before that, you know what? Let's chat. Well, let's see what we got here. Hold on. All right, Cleveland is in the house. Hello, Indiana. Santa Barbara, California, Brooklyn, New York. Laura, how you doing? Happy belated birthday. Buddy's in the house. Arizona, Rosa, Dick Sayed, Alderman in the house. Peter Prado, how you guys all doing? There is Michael from Good Clean Fun. There he goes. You guys are great. God bless you guys for all tuning in. Peter Prado, everybody. All right, there it is. There's Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Danny Mazzy, Oceanettes till death. There you go, guys. All right, Michael, Hardcore Italians. Now, when you first say Hardcore Italians, you probably thought it was a porn movie when you first heard of it. But no, it is an organization put together by these two guys. So, Michael, let's get it real first. Michael, where were you born?
I was born in Chicago.
Okay.
I was born on Taylor Street first 2 years of my life before we moved out to Berwyn.
You got a big Italian family, obviously, right?
Yes, all my cousins still live down there too.
Well, let me ask you. Okay, so big Italian family. How many brothers and sisters you got?
I just have one brother right now.
Just brother. Okay. Now, me growing up being Italian as myself, you know, it's a great thing to be an Italian. It really is. And I'm not knocking any other nationality because I'm sure all nationalities, they have their own thing. But, you know, one good thing about Italians, we hold it in our heart. And, you know, we'll say, like, you know, when you get an argument with somebody, after two fuck yous, after that, everything is okay. You know what I mean? But growing up in a family like you guys have, did you guys all get along?
Me and my brother, we had our scuffles, but we all make up at the end of the night. You know, at the end of the day,
right? Exactly.
Every family fights.
Oh, really?
I got hit with a spoon from my mother a lot, but it was closer with my father. To be honest with you, anyone that knows me knows that I was a lot closer with my father.
Now, like my mother was in Elmwood Park, still has the plastic on the couch. The houses are full of plastic. Was there plastic in the house over there in the household when you guys were growing up?
It was mine most. Yeah, a little bit of my wife's family was exactly like that till the day they moved out of the house. The plastic was on the furniture.
There you go, man. Okay, so let's first of all, Michael, did you start it or did your son? Or did you start it together? Hardcore Italians.
Take it. Yeah, I started. It was my idea. I'll tell you how it started out. Me and a good friend of mine, Sammy Balisano, we moved out west. We both grew up in Berwyn. We moved out west, and we hooked up coaching baseball together, and we wanted to take a team together because we played together our whole lives. We came to Woodridge and we started a team. So we go to the draft and we didn't know anybody, so we just start picking all Italian kids. Everyone in the draft was picking out. This guy was rated this, that, all the ratings. You know, we just picked the Italian kid just for fun. And so we put this team together, and so we get all these little guys, and we just start telling them, teaching them how we were raised and how we played ball when we were younger. You know, play hard, play hardcore. You know, these kids would run through a fence to catch the ball. They would, we taught them right. You know, and so I started making like shirts when we go to the batting cages and things like that for practice. And when we traveled, I always had a knack for it. And then, I started out with the skull, and I would make real cool sayings on the back, and, people would come up to me and say, "Where'd you get that?" And then, since we were all Italian, I turned the skull green, white, and red one day. And then it really started taking off. Everyone was coming back. And my uncle wants one of those shirts. My cousin wants one of those shirts. This and that. So then I printed 12 for our baseball team. Then I printed 24. Before I know it, I was printing 72. And I put them on eBay. And I started selling them on eBay. They start going, 30, 40 a week. It started really growing. And then, like, some people would say, "Oh, I like the name Hardcore Italians. I don't like the skull." So then, just to keep it going on eBay, I made another design, And then, I was making a few designs, selling them on eBay, Facebook. I'd give them away to friends when they were going on vacation. It started just getting a little bit viral, It was doing pretty well. And then when my son got out of college, he had marketing, and he got involved, and he just took it to the next level. And he just really, we upgraded the quality of the shirts. We started doing more designs, and through his social media skills, it just really took off,
Well, it's incredible. Do you remember when it started? What year did you start it?
I actually started in 2009. 2011 is when I think Michael got involved.
That's when you made the page.
Yeah, that's when we made the page.
For just the Italians.
And how many members would you say you have total?
Well, the Facebook page was one of the first Italian pages that hit 1 million. There's 1 million on just Facebook alone on our main page, and then we could take you from there.
Yeah, there's millions. We have, Facebook, Instagram,
Sure.
Twitter, which is X now, like you said. I mean, we're on everything, and yeah, there's millions when you combine them all. Instagrams are second biggest, but we have other pages too, like spin-off pages, groups. So yeah, there's millions.
Hardcore Italian Chicago, Hardcore Italian New York. Is that all the same Hardcore Italian, or is there different companies?
Well, we started making them for the major cities because we've been getting involved in entertainment a little bit with different comedians from New York, or sometimes there's a fest in Los Angeles, or like even out here if we want to promote something out here, it doesn't really do any good to put it nationwide, and when we want to concentrate like on a certain city or a certain event.
Yeah, our audience goes to Canada, Australia. It's more than the United States. It's everywhere, So for example, like we got the bocce tournament in Stone Park. We post that in the Hardcore Chicago page, So that's kind of, we have these more regional stuff. It's kind of like being a sports fan, but you're loyal to Chicago, you're loyal to New York, you're loyal to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so a lot of people want to represent where they're from too, because it's, Chicago Italians is different than New York Italian, which is different from Toronto Italians, which is different from, all these other groups too. So it's kind of one for events, and two, just the cultures are a little bit differently too, and people can relate to each other when they're closer too. So it's kind of just other pages we have for fun.
And it's fun too because like I'll put admin from different cities to run those pages and help me with them. It's really hard for us to watch all these pages every day, and there are a lot of these people, like they're into their city and they're into what's going on, and they keep the pages alive and they keep them growing, and it's all a big circle.
It's a great thing of unity that you guys bring all together, and you promote everything on the pages, which is very cool. And that means it's important to stick together with your nationality like that. You got a couple people checking in. Ro Leiden says hello. Claudine Grippo says hello. Claudine, good friend. How you doing, Claude? And Peter. So that's kind. You got to love everything that you guys are doing, which is fantastic. Now, I get in a fight with my friends all the time. New York pizza or Chicago pizza? Let's start with Michael.
I mean, we're going to say Chicago no matter
what. Where we're going. We're proud of our city, and we're proud of our food. And
I love the New York pizza, though. I'm sorry, the New York pizza is pretty good. When they call it pie out there, but it's very good. And if you guys are going out to eat, and you're going out, besides going to mom or grandmother's or anything like that, where would you go? Let's start with Big Mike. What's your favorite Italian restaurant?
If you're friends with Gigi Capri, we love Gigi Capri. I think his food is phenomenal.
Yeah,
not just because we're friends. I love his food.
And you know what? His brother Joey's got a nice dish too.
Right. They know how to cook.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, that's probably my number one. And for pizza, I love Fornarosa on Harlem Avenue. Escarola downtown, I love it. Just don't get down there that much. Pompeii,
sure.
Only in our circle. We really kind of stick in our circle.
Yeah, you support each other.
What we have a taste for. If you want to talk beef or pizza or just Italian food, but I would say Capri's our number one.
Yeah, Michael, you too.
Yeah, Capri's my number one for sure.
Number one too. Yeah. All right, let's get to some stuff. We got a big event coming up, and I'm proud to be in it. First one, we're talking about October 7th. The Hardcore Italians in the Italian Sports Hall of Fame presents the Columbus Day Bocce Ball Tournament at the Casa Italiana in Stone Park. That's Saturday, October 7th. 8 a.m. bocce teams. I'm proud to be actually playing this year as our team Oceanettes with Danny Maggi, Joey Spins, and Jimmy Marchese from River Cafe is going to be on our team, and he does that pretty well with the bocce stuff. You remember now? You got games, you got food this year, Michael. I heard you also got motorcycles and a little bit of a car show too, as well, huh?
Yeah. So. It was getting where the tournament's getting so large where that like there's a lot of downtime between games. So we want to keep people busy and and engaged. So we thought we'd add the car show and bike show, and I have a couple of guys that are running it that are really like into it, and it's turning out to be really big. It's getting big. If the weather works out good, it's going to be great. And we have a real American Graffiti. I know you're familiar with it. The two cars from American Graffiti, the Little Deuce Coupe and the Chevy that Harrison Ford was driving.
Yeah,
we have an exact replica when you come in. There's nice photo ops for that with that. And I have another friend that owns a big motorcycle company. They have choppers coming and all kinds of custom motorcycles with stereos, and I'm just getting a lot of feedback from a lot of people with their cars, and it's getting
That's going to
exciting.
be cool.
You know,
How many teams we got on this
we're
budget?
shooting for 64. That keeps the brackets going. You know, and we're doing something a little different this year. We're giving away. Started out our first tournament. You know, it was just a big neighborhood thing, and you know, more people having more fun hanging out than playing. Then the second year got a little more competitive, and now this year it's really competitive, and we're going to give away a little over $5,000 in prizes this year. You know, cash and other prizes, and yeah, it's
Michael, you guys both play bocce? Are you guys good at it?
I'm terrible. I don't know why. I cannot.
I'm
tried
not that good either. I'm not that good either. I played at the one in Highwood at the Italian bocce club they had out there. I'm just excited to be there for this event. I think it's going to be a great event. If you want to become or get your own team, Michael, how would they do that?
On Eventbrite, we could post a link too for you guys or whatever. But if you go to eventbrite.com and search bocce tournament, we're probably the only one that comes up. I think it's actually, if you do bocce.eventbrite.com, I think we come up actually too. So
yeah, I mean, we're starting to get 5-6 a day filling in. So it's you know, I know a lot of people wait, and they're probably waiting. A lot of our friends and teams, well, you know, we got to get them in, and I don't want anybody to get shut out, because once it's filled, it's
right.
full.
Once it's full. Our good friend Rosa says, Tony, can you ask Mike, will they carry kids' Italian jackets, or are they just for adults?
We have so we have a lot of kids stuff coming out actually next week. Since it's back to school, we're doing some kids stuff. More so onesies and youth shirts right now. As far as jackets, I'm kind of glad that was brought up. I could definitely start looking into it for wintertime and fall time. You know, we're recently starting to come up on ordering all that stuff, sweatpants and long sleeves and jackets. We're looking to reorder all that. So that's.
You guys have your own cigars too? Do you have hardcore cigars? I mean, that would be.
Well, we're working on doing events with cigars. We've been working with some companies that, you know, a lot of restaurants and a lot of our friends want to, you know, do events like that where we come to the restaurant, fill it up, like kind of like you do, you know, come and bring your fans to the restaurant, maybe have like wine and cigars or bourbon and cigars. We've been looking into doing that with some of our
yeah, we definitely. And you could order online. Yes, KJ, you can go to eventbrite.com and you can get your stuff. Right.
For the bocce tournament is eventbrite.com. For our merchandise, it's hardcoreitalians.com.
Hardcoreitalians.com, folks. You can order all your stuff. Look at all the stuff they have. They have a lot of great stuff.
Online, and you could even do like pickup. We've been having a lot of people come by like trying to shop. It's all online, and you could like do pickups if you want to save on shipping in your local right out of Woodridge.
And we kind of stay with the seasons too, Mo. Like right now, it's more T-shirts and shorts and bathing suits and summer things. And then when it starts cooling off, you know, we're concentrating on the fests right now. It's a big week next week with Taylor Street and Melrose coming up. And after that, then we start getting more to the winter, fall, so we start hitting it harder.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great thing that you guys are doing. I know you guys do something with the St. Joseph's table, and I noticed, and Michael, you'll notice too, it doesn't seem like it's popular as it used to be. Remember, there used to be a whole bunch of St. Joseph's tables around. I don't see
COVID really kicked St. Joseph's butt. COVID is really hurt the tables, you know, with the churches and the people getting together. But we work with an organization in Westchester, our friend Nino Durrani, and they put on a beautiful one. It's old school. The guys do the cooking, no meat, all fish, and we donate all the produce for that and anything that we can. You know, we really try, like, we're very appreciative of our customers and what, you know, where they've taken us. And anytime we could give back, we do. You know, we try to give to any organization that needs help with anything, or just you know, wants to, you know, be a part, you know, partners with us. We love it. So
let me ask you guys something now, Mike. When you started it, what would you say your ages of your members are?
Between about 25 and, you know, maybe 45, 55.
55. Michael, so you get a lot of your friends coming in too, to joining the Hardcore Italians as well?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, see, that's important. See, that's what a lot of things that the younger generation, like the El Pescatore, La Mazzini Verdi, and these other places, that they need to bring in the younger generation to keep these clubs and keep these organizations going.
Exactly. We're looking for more of that. We've, like our warehouse now, we have the majority of the people are younger than me, and we're looking to hire people younger and stuff because we agree 100%. It keeps things going.
Yeah. How many?
You know, I work with with that. We talk about that all the time about keeping it, keeping our traditions alive with the younger generations, and we're really working hard on that.
Yeah, it's very important. Mostly men or women, or is it mixed? Most of your members.
Well, that's nice.
It's almost 50-50. It leans a little more towards women.
Okay.
But it's pretty split.
That's very cool. All right, we hit a couple issues here. Back in 2020, when the JCC, the Italian organization, Ron Onesti, of course, our good friend of ours, good spot, a big supporter of not only the Tony Ocean Show, but Hardcore Italians, having meetings with our former mayor, Lightfoot, Paddlefoot, whatever you want to call her. And they were having negotiations. I guess the negotiations were doing pretty well, they thought. And then in the middle of the night, this sneaky lady took down the Columbus Day statue in the middle of the night. It just broke havoc everywhere in the Italian community. What was your first thought, Mike, when you first heard about this?
Honestly, it makes me sick, to be honest with you. It really does. We were the only statue to get taken down. It upset us a lot. I'm with Ron 100% on that. I back him 100%. Everything that he, I stand for everything he does on that issue.
And
the whole Columbus Day thing.
Yeah, we trust Ron Onesti pretty to make decisions. He's definitely got Italians' backs in Chicago, so we're always behind him 100%.
Yeah, we love Ron. He's the face of Italians in Chicago, and he's been nothing but great to us. And we support him. And it's hard for us too, having a business that you have to make a stand on Columbus. But I think if people would educate themselves more and really think and read about what really is true and what happened, this indigenous BS would go away.
Yeah, and listen, they can have their own day. Let them have their own day. Everybody else has their own day. Why not have? It doesn't make sense to me. And the way they did it, when they did it sneaky like that, just makes you even more disgusted at what's going on with the what they did there against the Italians. Ron Onesti, another guy, like I said, and Lou Rego, and some other people that are out there. But Ron is always out there supporting Italians, always the trigger. And of course, when you as popular as Ron is and vocal as Ron is, and just like myself, and I'm sure Michael, you as well, there's a lot of targets. A lot of people sometimes I just don't understand. We're just trying to do something good. Just like if we were, just like if it was an Irish statue and we were Irish, we would be doing the same thing, or any other nationality. It's just horrible. And then when Ron brought it back, unveiling at the Casa Italiana a few years back ago after the Columbus Day Parade, every news channel was there. Everybody's there to see it. They were posing pictures next to it. Do you think that statue will come back, in your opinion?
Well, from being at the meetings, I don't really want to speak out too much from what I'm hearing, but Ron is in contact with the new mayor. I don't think he's gotten back to him yet. That's why I'm not that fully educated on everything. I'm at the meetings and I listen, but I'm sure he's going to be coming out with that soon. I know he's waiting to hear from the mayor, and I don't think the mayor has done has taken a stance on it yet, to be honest with you, which is probably a smart move instead of going against it.
Yeah. Well,
Ron's waiting to hear from him.
Even if it didn't go back to that original spot, there's a lot of places they can also put it if they wanted to put it back in certain Italian local. Maybe next to the Italian Sports Hall of Fame would be kind of cool too.
I'm sure Ron will do the right thing. He'll whatever
he's on it. We trust him.
Ron is on it, and the whole city's behind him.
You got to sign up for hit their emails and stuff like that. They're always posting updates to everything. So for those who aren't or you could sign up for the organizations too and get invited to meetings if you really want to learn more week to week on this stuff. Definitely attend some of the meetings, for one, I'd say, and two, sign up for their emails, and just you get an email every week kind of with an update, not only with the statues but just what's going on in the community, Italian events, all that stuff. So they're doing a really good job.
Yeah, and JCCIA, Casa Italia websites, Ron's really good with all that.
He does a great job at that, and he's always been supporting Italians. Another issue, of course, we're talking about the alderman, Rosanna Rodriguez Sanchez. This just happened not too long ago. What kind of Italian monument should we put up in Italian ice? Borletti?
She actually, what's crazy too is she actually doubled down on it. I know Onesti, I think, reached out about that too, and she definitely knows Italians got upset about it, and she just the crazy thing is she doubled down and didn't apologize and just said oh, it's
You said it was sort of a
sarcasm or
joke, just a little fun thing. Of course, I think they're in the
yeah,
middle of a lawsuit there. But yeah, right. The Italians have been fight racism for 100 years. Thank you, Michael, from um, collision.com. You're absolutely right. And look, everybody, look, I'm not just saying the Italians. We know that the African American and Native Americans and everything that's going on with that. But you know what? I'm just proud to be an Italian. That's what it's about. We got Big Mike and
Yeah, I'd like to say something too before I end this subject. Ron is not just out there for the Italians. For this Columbus Day parade, he invites everybody. He reaches out to everybody, Irish, all different nationalities. He lets, I mean, everyone's in this parade. He's so proud of this parade. It's a big, huge day for us, for Italians, for Ron, for the city. We're really trying to show, that Chicago. We're trying to put Chicago on the map with this Columbus Day.
it's very, very
I
important.
want to. I like to make it bigger than New York. I think we can. I think we have a good spotlight on it right now, and we're in a good spot to do that.
Yeah.
And Ron is out there 100% for Italians, but he's for everybody. He's amazing.
Yeah. If Ron Onesti can clone himself, it would be very beneficial to a lot of people because he is always out there doing the right thing and trying to back what he believes in, and that's what's important. I think you need to believe in what you believe in. Hardcore Italians are in the house. Another quick thing that we're always, 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 no matter where you go, especially in a different country, and you say you're from Chicago, the first thing you hear is bang bang, Al Capone. First thing you hear is mafia, mafia, mafia. Italians, you got to be in the mafia because you're driving a caddy or you're wearing jewelry or smoke cigars. You're in the mafia. You got to go through that shit all the time. When The Sopranos came on, it was just, they were just, even some Italians were ripping the show, even though people might not realize, maybe you do. The Sopranos TV show has won more Emmy Awards than any other show in television history. More than MASH, more than any of those shows. And what's your take on that? Let's talk with Michael first. Michael first, because you're the younger generation here.
yeah. I think honestly,
What do you get when someone comes up to you with that ridiculous statement that all Italians are in the mafia?
well, that's pretty much what we're trying to do with our page, and what we talk about is, we're really trying to vocalize more like the values about being Italian American and what it actually means. And, our grandparents from Italy, they're honest people, hard workers, generous, family first, loving. And there's all these things behind being Italian American that really don't get the credit, especially too, like social media. A lot of stuff is just like, the more you exaggerate stereotypes, like the easier it is to kind of stand out and get likes. And we're kind of trying to combat all that. And, post about the values more, and we put like our About Us story on there, just talking about the story of our grandparents and just our values, and we state it, and we try to just kind of talk about it more and vocalize it more. And it just, we feel like it takes people talking about it to help, and
I agree.
I just feel like with Italians, we don't, all the movies and stuff are good fun or whatever, but at the same time, like we feel like people don't shed enough light on that stuff. Like the real Italian Americans. So we just feel like it needs more, when it's Italian Heritage Month, it's not like you're going on Amazon and Netflix and it says, here's a collection of Italian movies about like hardworking Italian Americans, or, you know what I mean? It's always like, mafia movie or nothing. So that's kind of what we feel about it.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. And Big Mike, and look, in restaurants, in nightclubs, in Las Vegas, do we bump into certain people that might have are in, blah, 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 blah. It is what it is. I'm sure they're that way in every nationality. It's just not the Italians. And if you notice, anywhere you go, even when you mention these movies, Goodfellas, Godfather, everybody says it's one of the best movies ever made. It's like, you know what? They don't mock the movies. It's just the point, even like the Italian singers, Sinatra, Dean Martin, Tony Bennett. I mean, these guys doesn't even have to be in the Italian communities. I mean, I play in different spots all over. And I'm in Mississippi, they're loving that Italian stuff. They love those songs. They love that era about the whole thing. It's just so sad when you automatically assume that every Italian with a vowel at the end of its name is involved with the mafia, and it's something that's I don't think it's ever going to go away. But it is.
I'd like to say something on that too. Mo, they talk about Chicago and Italians, the mafia. The problems in the city right now, they're not from the Italians. They're not carjacking people. They're not running into stores and raiding stores and stealing and looting. I don't want to get into all that stuff, but the mafia and stuff is a part of Chicago's history. Yes, it is. But Italians are known for a lot more things than just the mafia. We brought a lot to this country, a lot to this
Paintings, food, clothes, artists, actors, music, sports people. I mean, it just goes down the line. And you know what?
Right. And people that don't know Chicago, they don't know about how Italians came here and how it used to be on Taylor Street when, your whole family would come and everybody would go to work and they'd live on a 3 flat. Everyone in the same family in a 3 flat. Your cousins, your uncles, everybody together, sharing things and having dinner together. And, that's what we try to promote. That's what we try to, keep alive because we're the last of that generation. And we have to pass it to our children, and that's what we're trying to do at Hardcore. And I'm glad my son got it when I instilled it in him, and he gets it and he's passing it, to the next generation.
And Big Mike, you did the right thing. Big Mike, you did the right thing, and you're keeping it in the family. And Michael, your son, is keeping it going and believes in the same values, which is very, very important. And I think that is. And you're right. Let's be honest. If people really want to be honest, if that car looting and all the carjacking and everything that was happening in 2020 with those riots, I guarantee you, if the guys were still around, that shit never would have happened in the city of Chicago.
100%.
Never.
100%.
Nothing would have happened. And that's the difference. Oh, but it's okay if they can do something for you, then it's good to know somebody like that, or if they were around. But the minute something goes wrong, it's like, oh my God. So we're going to fight that forever. That's just what it is. Just real fast, throw it out there. You a Sinatra or a Dean Martin guy, or both?
I love them both. I mean, it's so hard to choose. I would have to lean a little towards Dino. How about you? But I love them both.
Michael, the younger generation, are you into Frank? Do you listen to Sinatra in your car, Dino, or only because when you're at the house?
Probably more, like mainly at parties and stuff like that. But I don't know. I probably lean more towards Sinatra. I don't know, it depends on the day too.
Yeah. All right. One of the best questions I always ask a lot of people: favorite actor, special Italians. Is there a Pacino or De Niro if you had a choice? Even though Pacino's full-blood Italian, De Niro is not. He's half Irish.
Yeah, I'd probably say Pacino. How about you?
I would say De Niro before, but I don't like what he's been doing and getting into the last few years. He kind of took my heart out of it. But I mean, acting wise, I mean, some of his movies are phenomenal.
And very, very good.
But I love a lot of other Italian actors. Dennis Farina. I worked with his kids down at the market. I love Dennis Farina.
Great. Chaz Parmentari from New York. He was great.
Yeah. There's how could you, the whole crew, the circle of all the people that make all those movies. I just love them all.
Danny Aiello was great too. I don't know.
Danny Aiello.
There were some great ones. And another question I just got to ask you. Now, when does the cousin really a cousin? With Italians, because fifth, sixth is my cousin. Doesn't it stop after like the fourth cousin, or does it real?
We always call them Italian cousins,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're cousins. If you know what I mean.
I know guys who married their cousins. I go.
Right. I mean, Mo,
family's not always blood; it's loyalty.
Yeah.
Right, Mo. You know my friends. You know how close I am with my friends. How do you just say that's a friend? Look at Joey and Danny. These guys, they're brothers, man.
Yeah.
They're not even cousins. These are brothers, and I've grown up with the same guys. My same crew I've been hanging around with since we were 12 years old, 13 years old, years and years. And that's your Italian cousins, And my son and my daughter calls all my friends uncle. That's Uncle Joey. That's the uncle.
And they're great guys. And to be honest with you, 2020, I think, I got closer with Danny and Louis Spins and, Joey Spins and Louis Pipes. I mean, they're just good guys all around. And they're good people. Good people.
Walk through fire.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's how our friends are. That's how our group is. And, believe me, I'm blessed to have the group of friends that I have, and I love each and every one of them.
Last question, and I ask this how I end the show when I have certain guests on, and you don't have to get into details, but was there in all the places you've been and meetings and parties and stuff that you've put together and stuff, is there any celebrity that you met would say was really cool? Like when you first met him, like you were in awe. Who would you think the nicest celebrity you guys ever met?
I feel like you've met way more celebrities than me. I like to see your answer on that one.
I mean, I met Chaz one time real quick. He was cool. I didn't really have the chance to talk to him too much. We're getting to meet a lot of these the local comedians have been great.
Yeah.
I love Anthony Rodia. He's been great. Not too many big celebrities. I'm trying to think.
Anybody that you met that was a jerk? I mean, I'm surprised. I asked Ron; he gave me a list of a couple. Anybody that you met that you know?
Even if I did, I wouldn't say anything. I would never do that. It's not my style. Right. But I mean, we meet a lot of guys through Ron at the theater and stuff. They're great. It's cool to go. Ron lets us come back there and down in the back there and meet everybody. It's fun, man. It's a blast.
And you know what? Sometimes you can't judge somebody how they make, because you never know what kind of day they're having too. You might bump somebody into a restaurant, they're eating, and all of a sudden you want to ask for their picture, or when they're bathroom taking a piss. I mean, come on. I mean, there's certain times that you can ask for an autograph or take a picture, and it's just crazy. I know how it is. Hardcore Italians in the house. I know you guys are very, very busy, but again, October 7th. 8 a.m. It's a Saturday, folks. Hardcore Italians and the Italian Sports Hall of Fame present the Columbus Day Bocce Ball Tournament. It's going to be huge at the Casa Italiana, folks. It's going to be great. Come and play bocce. Sign up for a team. Just come for the fun, the food, the music, the excitement, the camaraderie that makes it all together. Columbus Day Parade, October 9th. I'm proud to be. We'll have a float this year. Michael, you had a great float last year.
Yeah, we were right behind you.
We're right next to each other. I hope we can do that again, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's nice how we have a little partnership going with our little our gang. But we'll be there. We'll be at Taylor Street's next Thursday. We'll see you there.
Yeah. Now, Michael, you guys there all 4 nights? Because we're there on the 18th.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, you're there all 4 nights. We're there Friday.
We're
Friday on the 18th. We'll be there at the pierogi stage.
We have a DJ on Thursday and Friday night at our tent. Sammy I is going to DJ, so you got to come by and check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Michael, anything else you guys want to mention? Any charities? Any other charities you guys support? Any other charities that you guys that you do work for, support?
We're trying to work for all the Italian foundations. We just sponsored the Italian American Baseball Foundation. Obviously, there's the Sports Hall of Fame, the JCCIA. We've donated to the Sons of Italy Foundation. We work hand in hand with the National Italian American Foundation. So pretty much
we donated to Italy.
Yeah, we're looking to do more charitable stuff as often as possible. We definitely our grandparents taught us to give back, and that's the way to be. So that's what we like doing, and especially too, we feel like our mission's important to keep Italian heritage going, and the number one way to do that is supporting the organizations that are actively doing events and bringing culture together. So any foundation is, we try to work with them all.
If anyone is interested in any help from us, just reach out to us. We donate to different St. Joseph's tables, not just ours. We do a St. Joseph's shirt every year, and we do a percentage of the profits. We put them on the side, and we use that for any St. Joseph tables that are,
It's a good thing you guys do, Michael. I'm telling you, so like I said, we don't know each other that well, but you've always been a good supporter of great supporter of the Tony Ocean Show. You've always been very kind and friendly and generous with your time, both of you, and I thank you for being on the show. I know how busy you guys are, and we're excited about October 7th, Taylor Street Fest, also Melrose Park Fest. Are you guys going to be at the Elmwood Park one this weekend?
No, we never. We've never been invited to that one yet. If we ever do, we would be more than happy to be there. But
so do you have to get invited to come to these fests, or can you just?
Well, a lot of these fests, you know how those neighborhoods are. Those are old school neighborhoods. They've had the same guys for a lot of years, and we never want to step on anybody's toes. It's not our style. We're doing fine where we're at. We're happy, but we'd be more than happy if people invited us.
Yeah.
Like in Melrose Park, the guy retired, and we got invited, and we took it, and we love it. It's great.
Did you guys? Is there a stand in New York in Little Italy at St. Gennaro Fest? Is there one, a hardcore Italian stand there?
We've never done that. That's one we haven't done yet. We've been branching out to a lot of. We've been like just wholesaling and like partnering up with different organizations. Because it's hard for us. We try to go to a lot of these fests. We did a couple in California, it's hard for us to get a crew there and,
Yeah.
and hotels and flights and everything.
Yeah,
and,
that's
you
a
know,
big one. That one's 2 weeks long.
Right.
You know, so
I
we've
mean,
been
the one in Boston is
yeah,
real good. The one in Ohio, they have a real good one in Ohio. I think we're
yeah,
doing next
ideally,
year.
we're
Yeah.
trying to keep growing the company and working with more people because there's all these amazing Italian fests all across United States, and it's impossible to be at every one of them.
No, right.
So,
Exactly. Well, you know what?
we're
I need to thank again. Thank you guys so much for your time, Michael, Big Mike, and Little Mike, or just plain Mike, Michael, or whatever it is. I want to thank you guys. I know you guys do some great work. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for what you guys are doing to keep the Italian heritage alive. We need to come together. We need to support more than ever now in this crazy, screwed up world that we're living in right now. We need to keep the old tradition together. And thank you guys very much. I appreciate for your time.
Thank you
Yeah,
for having us,
appreciate
Tony.
it.
And we want to tell you we're praying for your mother-in-law too. God bless.
God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Big Mike and Little Mike, Hardcore Italians. To order any of that stuff, you can go to hardcoreitalians.com and to enter the
Yeah.
bocce tournament or go to eventbrite.com.
Yeah. And right now on the site too, every dollar spent is $1 and an entry for a free trip to Italy. So if you shop over the next couple of months, there's a chance you could win a complete free trip to Italy for 2. So
Yeah, we got a lot going on for Italian Heritage Month with Ron and with everything too. The tournament, the end of the parade is all during Italian Heritage Month. We have a lot of things going on, and maybe if Ron wants to jump on, we'll do a show together with Ron together.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do one.
1 hour's enough.
Absolutely.
But we'll try.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You have a great day. Michael, we'll talk, guys. God bless you, man. Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you soon.
Got it, my good friend Michael, the Big Mike and Mike, Hardcore Italians in the house, folks. Again, the Italian American Italian Sports Hall of Fame Hardcore Italians Columbus State Bocce Ball Tournament, Saturday, October 7th at the Casa Italiana in Stone Park. It's going to be a great event. We'll be there with the Oceanettes actually playing bocce ball. I can finally go and enjoy a day when I don't have to sing, which is the best part of it. You're watching Ocean's Pit. A couple other dates coming up, folks. Let's not forget next Wednesday, we're going back to Plainfield, Illinois on the 16th. We'll be going to Big Sammy's again. Great restaurant out there. The 17th will be at Positano's in Oak Brook. Jerry Jam's Lisa P. Let's not forget August 18th, Taylor Street Italian Fest. We'll be there headlining there. The pierogi stage. We go on from 6 to 8 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun with the main event band, Jeff Dubray, Tony Toto, Regina Karma, Danny Raimondi, Jerry Jams. It's going to be a lot of fun. August 19th, we're at Mars in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. It's going to be huge. It's going to be big. Mars Resort, Lake Como, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't wait for that. And then Ocean's Rat Pack makes our debut at the Forget About It Vineyard Winery on August 20th, Sunday. It's a beautiful vineyard winery in Galena, Illinois. Elliot Winbush is Sammy Davis. Yours truly is Dean. Bill Saratella is Frank. And we got the great Vince Amore. Opening the show is a special tribute to Tony Bennett. So that's going to be a great event, folks. Chicago Sun-Times, the mega lottery jackpot is at $1.35 billion, folks. Again, the mega lottery jackpot, $1.35 billion. B as in boy, B as in wow. That is money. Who's going to win that? How many people are going to win that? That is huge. Also, folks, it's National Oyster Days for all you people that love oysters, and National Underwear Day. Today is, I don't know how many people go commando. I do. Anyway, too much information for a 12 o'clock show. We're talking about the heat. Heat has been a little crazy, folks. The heat has been a little crazy, but my buddy Michael Sansone, if you're watching, happy birthday to your daughter. Arizona, 116 degrees, 13th day record this summer, 116, after 31 days straight of 110 degrees Arizona. I don't know who could live there. Why would you live there? How do I know? I was there, though, 2 years ago. Wasn't that bad, but we weren't there in the summer, so it's got to be very – Dennis, I hope you win, pal. Johnny Vegas, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Stella, hope to see you soon, Stella. All right, WGN says Shaq O'Neal, formerly of the Los Angeles Lakers, was in town promoting his brand new Big Chicken restaurant in Rosemont. He was there signing autographs right before Lollapalooza this past weekend. If you love the Big Chicken, go. You love Shaq, go support it. Should be very, very cool. Some other stuff, little small stuff here on the Today Show. Hoda celebrating a birthday. I don't watch the show, but she said she got a Ritz cracker cake. Anybody ever eat a Ritz cracker cake? That's got to be horrible. I don't even know why that would make the news. Forget it. Valerie Bertinelli, remember her from One Day at a Time, and of course she was also known as the widow of the great Eddie Van Halen. She's going to be making a cameo video on Wolfman Van Halen. That's Eddie and Valerie's son. They got a new video coming out, and she's making an appearance in it. Kind of a little special celebration to her, his father, and of course her husband who passed away. Crab news just broke. Russia activated 200,000 reserves. Dennis, it's crazy. Nothing is worse than missing the opportunity that could have changed your life. Something that comes up sometimes in your gut, you got to take that shot. You know what? When I got the chance to do the play, speaking of Ron Onesti, was the producer of our play called The Pack is Back in 2000 at Piper's Alley. I did a great gig I was working at, and to leave that, twice I left two great jobs. The first one when I was young, leaving my dad's bakery, go working for Ganella Baking Company for that record deal. Took a shot, left the company. Took a shot. Record label that didn't work out. Couldn't go back to Ganella. Then I got another great job at Electric for many years. And then the play came up. To give up that job to do the play, I took two chances in my life, and God bless, it worked for me. It could work for you too. Nothing is worse than missing an opportunity that could have changed your life. If an opportunity comes and you got to take a shot, you got to take a chance. Now, I know people at a certain age, they're afraid, they're comfortable at what they're doing, their jobs. Some of the younger people out there too, if you got something that's going to grab it, you might not sure, you're a little iffy about it. Grab it. Grab something because it can change your life. Worst thing. Here's the actor who played in The Office, supposed to be a stalled studies, challenging Stanley. I never watched The Office, but he did a GoFundMe page to get his new a TV show, a spinoff to The Office that he was supposed to, and it never came through. But he in his money that they raised, over $110,000, he ended up giving it all back. He didn't keep it. Pretty cool. Some people could have kept it and used it for another project, but he gave it back. Beatle fans out there, Paul McCartney says he still mentally speaks to John Lennon. We talked about, me and my wife Laura talked about that. Talking to dead relatives or friends or people like that. I think it's possible. I think it's there somehow or another. I believe it. Sometimes I believe I miss my buddy George and my buddy Mr. P and other people, Tony Shark. There's always sometimes things happen and you're saying that Tony would be there going, maybe you should have done this or maybe you should have done that. I don't know. Cracker cake. How about that, Marion? Cardi B, rapper, artist, according to Good Morning America. Of course, she was, someone threw a drink or phone at her or a drink at her. A lot of people, this has been happening to entertainers that are up on stage and people are throwing shit at them. Probably because she's not any good. I don't care for her. I don't even know her music. I couldn't tell you. But I guess the person threw her phone at her and or a drink at her when she was up live on stage a week ago or 2 weeks back. And she threw her microphone at the guy, the person. They're in a lawsuit now, but according to Good Morning America, she will not she would not face any charges. But there's still a lawsuit. And rightfully so. Nancy Pelosi, what a way to ruin your lunch hour, says, trying to impeach Joe Biden is a waste of time. Sure it is. Right, Nancy, go back, take your medicine. United Airlines pilot went off on the customers, on the passengers, got on his microphone and talked to passengers on United Airlines flight saying, hey, our flight attendants are there to help you, give you your food, give you your drinks, help you, pillows, headsets. They're there to help you. Do not harass these people that are trying to help you on the flight up in the air. So he went off. Bravo for him going off, standing up for his employees, people that his team members. You gotta love. There you go. She lip syncs. How about it, Johnny? Because after she threw the mic, you still heard voices. You still heard a vocal singing, right? People Magazine. Here's the sick world that we're in, folks. This is the stuff that makes the headlines, not the stuff about sex trafficking stuff and pedophiles. No, that don't make the headlines. But this does. According to People Magazine, Montana man who lured a 6-year-old over for a sleepover was finally executed. And he got executed anyway, even though he had mental illness. You just don't do that with kids, folks. Sorry. PBS says rising COVID. Ooh, it's happening this summer. It's coming back. Skip right through that. Poplar Creek, great place to see concerts. Opened in June 6th of 1980, closed November 3rd, 1994. It was a great place to see concerts. I remember seeing Tom Petty there. I seen the Go-Go's there. I remember seeing Motley Crue and the Scorpions there. Poplar Creek. Happy belated birthday to Chicago actress, comedian Ellie Weinhardt, who plays a #1 Joan Rivers impersonator. Also, she was in the movie A League of Her Own. Ellie, she watches the show, and a Tony Ocean supporter. Happy birthday, Ellie. And my good friend, first alderman out of Elmhurst, Jennifer Veremis, celebrating a birthday. Chicago Bear, former Chicago Bear, Steve Mongo McMichael. Hopefully, out of the 12 people that are going to be in the NFL Sports Hall of Fame, I hope he makes it. His health is not doing very well, folks. I hope he gets to see it, that he becomes a member of the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame, which he should have been in a long time ago. He was the heart and soul of the Chicago Bears. Very important. Look at this. August 6th, this past Saturday, 1962, at the age of 61 years old, Marilyn Monroe died. Many stories about what she killed. You heard the story that she was sleeping with John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy at the same time. Supposedly, what we hear through different rumors and stories, that supposedly she knew too much information. Supposedly, someone said she was pregnant with one of their babies. Overdosed. I think she was killed. They haven't proven that, but I think she was killed. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Don't mean much, but it is what it is. Birthdays here on Tuesday, August 8th. Adam Yuk from the Beastie Boys celebrates a birthday. Mary Lou Retton, former Olympia gold medalist. Film director John Huston celebrates a birthday. Pat Smear of the Foo Fighters turned 64 years old. Maureen McCormick, Marsha from the Brady Bunch, 67 years old. John Saxton, actor, celebrating a birthday. Jake Weiner, Jake, the son of Murray Weiner, AMG agency here in Chicago. Jake celebrating a birthday. Bruce Dickerson from the band Iron Maiden celebrates a birthday. One of the great guitar players, rock and roll hoochie coo, Rick Derringer, celebrating a birthday, folks. Artist, painter Andy Warhol celebrating a birthday. Martha Stewart, 82 years old. She posed for Playboy. Still looks pretty good for an 82-year-old lady. Martha Stewart, happy birthday. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It is coming to the end of the hour, everybody. I want to say congratulations to my good friend Dave and Pam. Pam's son, Ty, and Sarah got engaged. So congratulations to Ty and Sarah, got engaged. Big wedding coming up. Another thing, folks. You ever feel like you're ugly or unwanted? Well, it's not about the feeling. It's more about what you believe within yourself. There is no ugly out there, folks. There is no unwanted. You know, we're very lucky if we've got everybody's beautiful. There's no ugly. I hate when people say girls, oh, like my wife sometimes she goes, oh, I need to put my makeup. I need to put my lashes on. I need to do my hair. No, I've seen my wife in the morning. She looks beautiful as ever. And there's a lot of women and men like that. They look great, but the social people out of the Facebook, they have to fix their faces after they pose a picture, whatever you call that, to make them look younger and get rid of this and get rid of that. Come on, it is what it is. Happy birthday to Richard Hamlin's wife, Tracy, celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Tracy. Not too long ago. You didn't send me that one either, Richard. Richard sends me all the birthdays, didn't send me his birthday or didn't send me his wife's birthday. Shame on you. Happy birthday to Richard. A belated birthday again to Richard and his wife, Tracy Hamlin. God bless you guys. Very, very cool. There's no ugly in this world, folks. Got people that tell you that I don't feel good, whatever. Two more things. B.J. Thomas, country pop singer, died yesterday. Our prayers go out to the B.J. Thomas family. And one of the members of the Kinks, British Invasion rock band, keyboard player Josh Grossland, died at the age of 75 years old. Kinks, one of my favorite bands from the British Invasion. It's come to the end of the hour, folks. Women are beautiful inside and out. Gil, you are right, my friend. Go see my good buddy Gil De La Paz, great musician, entertainer in the Chicagoland area. He's got a bunch of different projects going out. Go support my buddy Gil. So sad, Mario is totally out of business in Addison. Oh, I did not know that. So Mario's is done in Addison. Thank you, Albert, for that. Oh, Augustino's closing too on Harlem Avenue in Chicago. Some of these old places that have been around forever, they're all going away, folks, unfortunately. All right, folks, well, that come to the end of the hour. So, again, I want to thank our good buddies from Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware Norwich, Displays, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. Buy local, shop local, folks. Take advantage of the lawnmower spring, summer tune-up. Starts at $105 plus parts. They are your neighborhood powerhouse. Take advantage of their auto key programming in all their stores. They program and cut car keys at up to 50% less than end car dealerships. Visit our helpful hub to speak to a certified team member and download the Ace Rewards app. An easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. That's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Also, folks, I want to say congratulations to my buddy Nick Sahajas. Got a brand new CD out. Make sure you pick it up. 25 songs, I think if I got that right, of all his original songs that he wrote through the years. My good buddy Nick Sahajas, St. Nick, Chicago piano man. It's time for us to go, folks. Again, thank you for all your prayers for Mama D, who's now in hospice. We'll give you an update on that as we go. Tomorrow, Village Pub, North Riverside. 7 o'clock, Louis Spins and Jerry Jams. Thursday, concert in the park, Schiller Park, Clock Tower. 7 o'clock, the main event band. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, the Taste of Elmwood Park, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Tony Ocean and friends, Elliot Winbush, Jerry Jams, Tony Toto, and the talented Regina Karma. Guys, buy local, shop local. Support local establishments and live entertainment. Support my good buddies. I want to thank Big Mike and Mike from Hardcore Italians. Thank you for your time, guys. And remember the great words of Ringo Starr. Peace and love. We need it more than ever in this world. Peace and love. God bless you all. Have an incredible day. Be back here tomorrow. Same time, same channel. God bless you, man. Have a great one. Nick Sahajas. Take
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye, everybody. God bless.